Anything too controversial?
And we are live. Let me just double check. Yep, we are definitely live. Hello, hey, welcome, everybody to the Heidi Lamb Show, episode 175. What a great show we've got lined up for you today. We've got news, gossip, drama. We haven't got any drama. That's not really our thing. We will be recounting Vape Jam that was the vape event that was last weekend. John's going to give us the inside scoop on that, and Rick as well. We've got some lovely new vape gear to show you. We've got a few hot topic talking points from the vaping world, and we have what can only be described as a monster Travava. Like, it's about that big. Is it that big? Oof, it is big. It's a big Travava. And there's some absolute belters on there.
Is it bigger than a bread bin?
Can you put it in your mouth? Yes. So it's absolutely, pardon the pun, jam packed. So let's just get straight on.
What's the delay on it for going to YouTube, Richard?
What?
I don't know. It's about 25 seconds. 20 seconds.
It still says they're waiting for us on there.
No, they all have good audio. I can see all the hosts.
Yeah, everyone seems happy in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not on for mine. All right, then good. Okay, as long as we're live, cool.
Yeah, I think we're on. So let's do it. James, what you drinking? What you vaping?
Hello. I'm just looking. I'm right. Okay. Yes, I'm just telling you. We are definitely live. Yes, without a doubt. Yes. And I think I've probably got audio. I didn't have audio the other week, and
That was my fault.
yeah, and that upset us greatly. I didn't really. I didn't have nothing good to say. I am drinking on. I've got probably the best lager in the world. This fizzy piss here. It's cold and it is wet, and
It's a proper glass, though.
it's nice, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's a tulip, isn't it? Makes it taste much fizzier and much pissier than it normally would with your standard lager glass. So I'm drinking on a Carlsberg. I am vaping. Oh, and I've got a few nice things this week. I've always got something all right. I like me stuff. I've got a Sunbox. People might be like, Sunbox. This is barely surviving. I've lost a magnet this week. I mentioned before the uppy downy buttons, they don't work anymore. It's holding on by its little tiny fingers. So I've got a Sunbox. This is a classic. This is a Viper V2, and this is a whistle just for a change in there as Tobacco Crunch, which I always vape. I have also got. Oh, look at that! That's nice, don't it? That's much better. Look at that. That's I've got me Shadow from Hellfire Shadow. That is that's delightful. And it's got a Viper X on the top and a mini whistle on top of there, and in there is some custard cream from Spectrum Vaping. And I'll grab a little. And that's about a year old or something. And at the minute, it tastes like a really old kind of Capella V1 custardy sort of thing, which might not be everybody's street, but I quite like an old V1 custard.
How old, though? How old? What's the cut-off point in your personal taste?
Well, they reckon 2 years shelf life don't they? That's what they say. They say
From
2 years
Nick's.
shelf life.
Is that because of the nick?
No,
If-
yeah, it is really. Yeah, kind of oxygenates really.
It needs to be in the dark as well.
Really light damage on Nick.
Well, I don't know. I certainly out of direct sunlight. I know that the nick degrades. I don't know whether did they ever go off. Some people put them away and leave them for absolutely years.
I think it's the flavour. It will never do. To be fair, there's nothing in it. There's nothing organic in it, so it's never gonna. It won't do you any damage.
No, I don't think so. I think the nick will degrade. I mean, you've got to remember it's only 3 milligram. The nick might degrade a little bit, but it's going to be negligible. I think.
Nothing. No, it's just sometimes it gives it a bit of a. If you've got an old washing machine and you've left a shirt in it after when it's finished, that it tastes like the smell of the shirt that's been left.
Well, this is nothing like that at all.
Exactly. Yeah. If the nick's gone, that's what it tastes like.
This is a beautiful custard.
Goose juice is the classic, isn't it? Where it's just like black.
I mean, this is. Remember, this is 3 milligram.
That's not so bad.
That's all right.
It's got a decent. I think for 3 milligram, that's got a decent colour on it, and it's very tasty, very very tasty. So that's a Shadow, a Viper X, and a mini whistle on top of there with Spectrum vaping custard. And I am still vaping on the Armour S. I've got it on regulated this week. I've tried it on. I've tried it on a mech a fortnight ago. I've had it on. What was SwitchBet before that, and I'm giving it a go on a regulator, which is kind of a normal thing. So it's on a Chris Scott Mackenzie Keo, and I'm vaping at a heady 14 watts at the 1.08 ohm coil apparently, and again that has got tobacco crunch in it, and it tastes. I'll be honest with you, it does taste different. These two taste different. They're both delicious. They definitely taste different. I've still got the PC coils 1 ohm jobby in there.
Clactony.
Still working a treat. I haven't even dry burned it, to be honest with you. It's held up remarkably well. I don't know whether NI lasts a little bit better than Canathal. I don't know.
I don't find it does.
I think it depends where the wire's from. I mean, if it's shit wire, then it'll mark it more.
I mean, don't get us wrong. This is me all day, every day. I am using this every day, but I'm not using it all day, every day like I'm using this. But it's still got a wet coil in it constantly. The wick's always wet, if you know what I mean. And but it's champion. It's absolutely champion.
Claptons in general are known to last longer, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, you get a few months out of them, but they do degrade. The surface must, if you got it under a microscope, I think you'd see it. There is degradation there.
I mean, I re-wick this at least, I would say on average, at least every day. Sometimes more than once a day. I recoil it probably about once a week. I think
That's a lot. That is a lot. I think that's because I've always said it. I think it's because the more airflow seems to cool the coil down. If you're running it hotter, it gunks up your coil quicker.
I wouldn't say it was I wouldn't say it was a particularly warm vape. You've got to remember it's only at 1 ohm and I'm only at 14 watts. I wouldn't say it's in fact, when I'm outside in sort of kind of on a windy day or whatever, you can't even tell whether you're taking a talk. I wouldn't say it was a warm vape at all, to be honest with you.
But I bet you've got hardly any airflow.
No airflow.
But I get that, James. The other thing is James's vaping flavours is really used to, because I'm the same. I'm dead. Like if I passed it to someone, they probably couldn't taste any difference between it and it 2 days before. But I can. The second that it goes, it's gone.
Oh
I just
yeah,
know from when I used to vape tanks at low wattage, I used to have to change the cotton every day.
It's purely a tasting. It's nothing to do with the quality. I mean, the cotton comes out and obviously tobacco crunch is quite a sweet juice, I think. So it's quite a dirty to use. But it's not that. It is that. I mean, I'll re-wick it sometimes twice in a row if I don't get the exact width and the amount of cotton in there right. It doesn't taste right, and I'll wick it again straight away. And I've been using these Vipers for a couple of years now, and that's pretty much all I use. That's me all day every day. I've got 3 of them. I use them, get regular, and I still don't always get it right. You know, you might just put because I'm using Muji now. I used to use cotton bacon, and you just guess them with cotton bacon, obviously. right? I use Muji now. And sometimes you peel off a couple too many layers, and then your normal, your normal width, it's not exactly the same. It's got to be a little bit wider, give it a little bit of roll, blah blah blah. There's this super duper sweet spot with Wigan and Viper, I think, and you've got to get it just a spotty dog, otherwise it's what you're used to, and you're like, this doesn't taste exactly like I wanted it to taste. I wanted it to taste and it's not tasting so therefore I'll pull the thing apart and I'll start again. Anyway, that's what I'll stop with the bullshit. Okay, Rick.
Hello.
You seem awfully busy there. I'm just going to interrupt your busyness.
Yes, so I'm done. I was just filling up a squonker.
Jolly good. What are you drinking, my friend, and what are you vaping on this week?
I am. Hang on, let me put the cap on, then I'll be vaping on it, and I'll be able to say I'm vaping on it then. Yeah. All right. I am drinking. First, another beer from the local shop. It's quite good, and I like this. It's the Wild Beer Company.
I do. How to be gauche. It depends where you go. Wild Beer, they've got a reasonable retail price, but some people are fuckhead and they try and sell it for I've seen it for £6 in a normal bottle. Normal.
Well, this was 2 cans for £4.50.
Okay, it's not mental.
So I've got 4 of those, and this one is Bibble Pale Ale, big body, mosaic hops.
I like mosaic hops.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Good name, though. I like that name.
On the front, they do.
Well, the Wild Beer Company, yeah, they're getting quite big.
Bibble. That's not Bible, is it?
2 B's.
Bibble, like
just double checking. Just double checking. I'm having a nice pint of Bible here.
It's how you get sent home from the front, isn't it? If you say Bibble, put cards in your ears.
Yeah,
Drinking on that.
Pencils
up the nose. Yeah.
And nice it is too. I don't know how strong it is actually. I don't even see. I don't think it's very strong. It's quite a session tasting. 4.2, so yeah, it's not very strong. On my vaping, I am vaping on like Abstract Mods, Mike Dacus mod with a Haku Cruiser on top with a Chris Munners bell cap, and in that,
I thought it was.
Yeah,
it's Bristol beer. The that stuff.
Oh.
And actually, that's where I saw it for £6 a bottle. To be fair, down on the dock where there was a little fucking hipster hangout fuckhole. Cheese on toast, like 15 quid with a £6 beer.
Okay. That's blackcurrant in that. And I'm also vaping on my Chris Scott Mackenzie or CSM KO with a Fluid Mods Convergent on top with the 5 holes on each side. And I've got a little whistle on top.
Beautiful.
You didn't see that. In that, I'm vaping on Nata. Nixel, 25 milligram from a lovely friend in Haystown Vapes. Toby, yeah. And that's what I'm vaping on, just those 2 at the moment.
Very nice.
Lovely stuff.
John.
Yes.
What are you drinking? What are you vaping?
I've got an Ease Up on the go. I don't know if anybody else. It's gone up.
Oh yeah.
It's gone up 10 degrees here in the last 4 days. It was 1 degree.
It's going to be a cracking Easter weekend, allegedly.
Me and Brim were in the beer garden earlier, and it was lovely and warm. T-shirts.
14 degrees today. It's gone up. It's fucking insane. So I thought I like Ease Up. It's lovely. Pint of that. What am I on? Oh, this is mixed. It's not a shot of concentrate. It's a shot of Nick with that I put a label on because I took 2 ml out and put flavouring in. So 16 milligram, free base, shaky apple tobacco in the Dvar on a Dacus mod that looks black, but it's blue. It's very nice.
Getting well received, the old shaky.
Do you know what? It goes fantastic with a beer. I know I sell it. I got a story about shaky. I'll tell it later. I've only got 2 setups today. Next is it's Richard's favourite mod actually. It's the RX.
Oh, you dusted it off.
75, is it? Something like that. Is it 75? I can't remember what it is. Yeah, something like that. With a tank worth 4 times the fucking price of them mods.
Hey, it's just a power source.
It is just a power source. The EVL Reaper V3. Inside that, I've just changed it to crack current, 45 milligram Nixel. Delicious.
Now
Can't
I'm just looking around at mods that I can send you.
That's why I do it. Just
Yeah.
He plays the hard dumb boy in here, doesn't he? He's got artisans and things on his shelf.
I've got the RX-75 out again. Fine. Fine.
Right, Richard, what are you drinking? What are you vaping?
Okay, I've got my Asmodus Almighty. I'm trying out their new sub-tank. It's got an unpronounceable name. This seems to be the new thing. I think this is we've run out of normal words. Viento. The Asmodus Viento.
Viento. Well, it's better than that Dwar. It's unpronounceable. I mean,
That's
a
just
name.
It's not
Europeans, isn't
English.
it?
That's why.
Yeah, it's just those bloody Europeans.
It's not English.
That must be what they call dwarves over there.
You do. You can get little dwarves,
little ones.
and then they have midgites, which are the same. They've got these normal
You know,
arms.
I've got loads of words left. I don't know why we haven't got the if button in the and tank. We could easily use them smaller words. We could.
They must be a breed of snake that hasn't been used yet. Like, isn't there like over 1,000? Isn't there of like 10,000 types of spider? Anyway, so yeah. But anyway, we're on to the unpronounceable names, so that's what's going on with that. The mod's nice though. I like this mod. It's slightly too big, but it's a big battery. So what are you gonna do? Still got the iStick mix. The iStick mix. Again with the old Elo tank on. Oh, I've got cannoli in the Asmodus tank. I've got Pearl from Blackbox in the E-Leaf tank. And then I've got the Wismex Surface. This was the device we talked about the other week, where the heating element RDA. I've put that to one side.
How did it work?
Oh well.
Put that in the bin.
We gotta wait for your review on your wonderful YouTube channel.
No, I've done it. Yeah. No, I just don't like those heating element things. Maybe they'll get better in time, but they haven't yet.
It's next to impossible. That's the difficulty, is they'd have to manufacture it from the bottom up.
Yeah, which they had. It's like the mesh coil heads on the sub tanks that were shocking at first, because they were actually trying to use mesh, and they went right back to the beginning and completely made a new form of the material. And
well, yeah, but if you take it all the way back to the shitty like spring coil bullshit.
Oh yeah.
The
notch and all that.
The notch and all
Notch coils.
It's just the addition of it.
So on this, because I think the Squonker's all right. Apart from, it's a shame that you haven't got some more sensible doors, but the actual Squonker's, it's small, it's regulated, it's all right. So I've put the Pixie on there now. I think this is a nice little RDA. This little single coil Squonky RDA. So yes, so I've got that, and that's just got some generic custard in. The other two juices are available from justadnick.co.uk. But that's what I've got. Should we slide into a little bit of news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's first, John?
Yeah, I'll just save myself some typing just quickly. Somebody in chat, DIY Down Under, said, question to the chap bottom left, who I assume is I am that chap. Why use 45 milligram Nick Salt rather than 3 milligram freebase? Assuming you've been vaping for a while. I've been vaping for nearly 7 years, and I vape 12 to 18 milligram freebase and 40 to 50 milligram Nick Salt. And the reason why?
You're still getting the hang of it.
I fucking want to. I don't understand that.
He loves it.
He hasn't weaned himself down yet, have you, John?
Yeah, he's weaned himself.
Nobody else has either.
Well, he's
No
got.
one else has either.
He vapes at ridiculously low wattage.
It's true. I only vape like 2 mil a day. So it's not really a problem. Fine.
It's all relative.
It's a fair enough question.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also eats coffee beans. He just munches them down there just by the shovel load.
I always say to people, I'm not on the step down program.
You drink that nicotine, you put it in your coffee at work, that 20 milligrams.
That's rubbish.
Yeah, nicotine isn't necessarily the enemy here. Don't worry about dropping down your nick. Just enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. I don't smoke. I haven't smoked for 7 years. I'm fine. Oh, here we go. I thought I'd kick off with a Vape Jam 2019. The ins, the outside, Magic, the Fox, Dumpy Club, and the Fuck Up. Sorry. With just there all the reminders for me. The event itself. Oh my holy shit. It shrank.
Hang on. I'm on the show and I didn't follow that lead in to what you're about to talk about.
It already reminded us to me it was a joke.
Just for everyone else, John's about to talk about Vape Jam.
That's fine. I was going to reiterate that. That's fine. Vape Jam 2019 in London at the Excel Centre at Victoria Docks. Rick and I was there. I got there Friday lunchtime. I think Rick was already there. So Rick and I were there. We were the correspondents on the floor. It was my 4th Vape Jam, and actually, coincidentally, it was a quarter of the size of previous years. It was.
I don't know about a quarter.
It was. I mean, well, I'm going for turnout and stalls.
Oh, right, okay.
Too small, and the footfall was bad, really bad.
And what happened? I don't know why there were so many less people there this year.
How did the new format work with the 2 B2B days and the 1 public day?
It didn't really make any difference because the 2 B2B days and the, you know how normally, right? So they have generally at these things, the way you navigate yourself around, because exhibition halls are quite confusing, is the easiest way to do it is to look at the floor for changes in the colour, because especially at the NEC, you kind of follow the red out the door. The joke is that's fine on the B2B day, but the next day you can't see the floor because there's so many people, so you can't actually find your way out. It's pretty stupid. There was no problem seeing the floor at any point. That's the difference. You couldn't tell the difference between B2B, Richard, and the public day. There's no one there.
Wow.
There was such bad footfall.
Yeah, I've got to agree a bit. It did suck a bit.
Well, I wonder what's happened there.
I think about.
You know what I think's happened?
What's that?
I think they've just lost support because people are opting for Expo instead of Jam. I don't know what the difference in prices are for the stalls, but I think they're probably getting better value at Expo because the bigger guys are trying both and they're probably thinking, yeah, this isn't working out down here.
Where's the thing? The only thing that I can compare it to, I think it's fair actually. You can get a 5-star hotel if you're not from London and you're not from Birmingham, because I'm not. Rick, you're not. Richard, you're not. You can get a 5-star hotel near the NEC for 200 quid for 2 nights, and a shitty 3-star on Victoria Docks is 700 quid for 2 nights.
That doesn't help for sure.
It just doesn't.
The London thing doesn't really help, because if you think about it, Birmingham is quite central if you look at the whole island.
It's true, but they dropped. Yeah. The weird thing was there was obviously something fucking up on the algorithm for the hotels, because 2 days before it dropped by 3/4 the price of the Ibis and the Travelodge.
The Ibis is usually about 100 quid a night.
Yeah, to 200 quid. But you can.
And it was suddenly, when I looked, it was £250 a night or something.
But when you compare that to Genting's Resort World at the NEC, that's the same price. I mean, you're talking the fucking Ibis.
Obviously, if attendance is down at Expo next month, then might have a different theory.
I
but
really don't think it's going to be.
I don't think it will be either. But if it does seem to be down attendance, then obviously there's perhaps a different reason. But yeah, it's all. I think perhaps it's a collection of factors. I don't feel like they advertise Jam either.
No, I didn't want to kind of go there, but I agree. But I don't know if I was looking in the right places. But the one thing I will say, for the Ideal Home show, is that loads of homies came down to sit in the pub outside.
Yeah,
and we had a great day sitting in the pub. Really.
Yeah, Saturday was really nice. The weather cheered up, and we were sitting outside drinking in the afternoon for a few hours, weren't we?
Yeah, and it was so great to see. I don't want to kind of go through that thing of naming people, but lots of people we know from events came down, and people who haven't been before were there just to say hi, and that's always absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
I will say I don't want to take anything away from that because we always like it. Yeah, so many people come up and say thanks for the show, which is awesome. I have to give him a special mention, but Mick Scheuer had made it after seeing on the show that I oddly have a thing for magic. He'd made up the
magic trick he did.
He'd changed a card trick to make it Ideal Home show themed, and it was fucking awesome.
It was good.
Did no one film this card trick?
No, I don't think they did. No. I don't know if we could do it.
Unfortunately,
It was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
So of the stalls that were there, were the classics still there? Were you still an Inniken stand, a Aspire stand, and all that?
All the classics were there, but it was just. The other thing, to be harsh, Expo's so much larger. I mean, it's a larger exhibition hall anyway, but it really. Because I've been to obviously we go to Expo. I go to Expo twice a year now. So you go to the one in May, which I'll be at, and the return, and that kind of feels more embedded in your mind because it's so much larger.
Yeah,
I don't mind the fact that it was smaller because generally they're filled up with juice companies that I'm not interested in seeing anyway. Mm-hmm. It's always hardware, but this year, and I'm really disappointed with the Modders block because that's what makes Jam better, is to see the modders and to see lots of exotic stuff ready to buy. And I think that's an appeal for a lot of people. Is they don't really want to traipse around 100 juice stalls.
I just because I bumped into one of the organisers, Toby, when I was on the floor, and Toby took me aside and had a quick word, and it was really, really funny. He said to me, "You know that PM where I forgot to reply to you, and you get that many PMs a day." But I said, "Yeah, maybe." And he said it was sort of December, January time, and I said, "Oh, okay." And he said, "Sorry, I was bringing you up to speed to get some modders, but it went completely out of my mind. And then it was only a couple of weeks ago. Did we really get involved?" And by then I was a bit embarrassed and didn't want to ask. And I went, "Oh."
Well, yeah, there was the modders block there were 2 mods on the modders block, 3 mods on the modders block. One Italian one. There was Ruby.
Yeah.
And there was
the Welsh dude.
And Coulter.
Yeah.
And there was Sean and Bessie with drip tips.
Yes.
And that was the 4 that were there on the Saturday. 4 out of, I don't know, 15 going all round. Mm-hmm. And they were empty. And that was the highlight of Jam for me. All these years, it's been good to have the modders block. That's been the busiest part, hasn't it? For people, for our bunch.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. That's the modders block's always been the coolest bit by miles. And even the people that would say they're not usually into that stuff love to go and see that stuff.
I don't know how they got it so wrong. I mean, why wasn't it filled up? Why weren't they giving those spots away free to modders and giving them?
They were giving away
4 or 5 months notice.
That's where they fucked up. And then it got to that thing. It's that stupid. My brother always forgets my mum's birthday, and so he doesn't ring her for a couple of weeks afterwards because he's going to get it in the neck. And then it's that thing, they got too close and it becomes a little bit embarrassing,
Well, it's for me, if that modders block was filled up and was good, I would have said the show was good, because I don't really want to be bombarded with even more juice that I don't want to try. I just want to see them. I just want to see mods and hardware, really.
Maybe it'll be a little wake up call for them.
Well, no, but they've already got it planned for next year. Another thing I'm sorry to say, it's going to be the Vape Jam and the CBD show combined.
Oh right, okay.
Is that official? Is that just
a poster on the way out? Yeah, for 2020.
Let's see. Well, I think there's going to be a couple of regulation changes. So, but maybe
they've started doing that with the American state shows, and what they do is they create with those ones. I'm not saying that's what they'll do with this, but they create a very clear divide. They almost divide
it's a good idea. It's
very permanently divide the room, CBD and.
I assume you just put this works. This is mainly bullshit, and then just keep.
I think one's Nick, one's snake oil is just a big
yeah. I agree. I will say I've got to kind of just kind of swear it back around to Jam to just say that a little John and Ori. It's quite weird. I've got to get this right. So 3 years ago, we were at Jam, the IDLM show, and we were sat in the bar area, and a guy came over and introduced himself as he'd got a liquid that he wanted to give us all, the host of the show at the time, and said his name was Paul. I was talking to Ruby at the time, and I couldn't really hear him, and so I told him to sit down, and he said, no, it's fine, I just wanted to, and I said, no, sit down. And then he sat down and had a beer. I was feeling a bit nervous, and we chatted. And he gave me a liquid. It was called Wise Guys. And it was themed on like famous criminals like Al Capone and stuff like that. Anyway, we had a chat, introduced him to Ruby, Rick, kind of Dean, or it could have been, I think it was you, Richard, actually. And we just chilled out, sat at the bar, and then he had to go. And I've known him since. Paul Dumpty.
What a lovely bloke.
Since that introduction, I've known Paul. He messaged me on Friday last week, and he said, "Are you in London yet? Mate?" And I thought I was going down, so I said, "Not yet, nearly. Are you coming down?" And he said, "I can't make it. I've got to work for the weekend." I said, "Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I'm going to see you." And he said, "Oh, no, I just wanted to know if I could bring Vape Jam to me." I didn't know what he meant, so I went, okay. And he said, "Well, I'm the manager at the Groucho Club." And I thought, "What? Not the Groucho Club, because that's fucking mental." So I put, "What the fuck?" And he said, No, I'm the manager of the Groucho Club. Do you want to come down on Saturday night? I put your names on the door." And so me, Rick, my wife, and mate Ollie went down to the Groucho Club in Soho on Saturday night and spent like 4 hours there. It was fucking awesome. It
was great, wasn't it? Really cool place. Really cool.
Really.
Yeah, bastards.
I thought it was absolutely legendary for the night. He was absolutely the best host ever. So
he's such a nice fellow. It's very suited to hospitality, that fella. He's just really friendly and nice. I like him.
Absolutely lovely. Yeah. So Paul, if you're watching this tomorrow when you get a knock off of work, thank you.
Yeah, thanks again, Paul.
Fantastic. It was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for ruining my weekend, Paul. I wasn't even bothered about Jam. I wasn't bothered about Jam at all. I couldn't care less about Jam. Stupid Jam, you CBD, throwing your liquids into the crowd and 3 people in the Modders gallery, and one of them people is named the Modder. I wasn't even bothered about Jam. But oh no, Groucho Club on the cards.
It was very cool. All sofas, and there were even. It's such an amazing building. It's isn't it?
And the drinks were cheaper than the Fox, which really made me laugh. It was less money than the Fox to drink in it.
Matt mentioned in chat, it's a good point. What does this mean for the Liverpool Jam later
I
this
don't
year?
I don't think that means anything because
well, if say for example Inniken weren't impressed, then
it's
a tough one. It's a tough one. Are they losing support, Jam? Is it all going to Expo? And is this a slippery?
Let's be completely honest.
I hope it works out for them.
If Inniken are going to Liverpool, they've already paid.
Yeah, probably. Also, isn't the whole trick of it that it's at the same time as the return, so they all stay in England?
Yeah, probably.
I think
And-
the whole
and I-
point is it works out great for them because they don't have to send any stock back. They
They've
just
got a
move
better
it.
place though in Liverpool as well. You're right in the centre. Oh well, that's a really tough. Me and Rick used Uber all weekend in London, and to be fair, it costs like fuck all to move around London in Ubers. It is easy. It takes 2 minutes to get.
It was about £8 or £9 for us to get from Canary Wharf to the
Hotel.
Excel, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was fine. But that only works if you know that, because Victoria Dock, you're in London, but it's not great. Somebody mentioned the price of the drinks in the Fox, and I had a joke with James last week. I said to James, I said in the chat that we have between us, blah blah blah, but hopefully we're going to get off the dock. And James said, "What dock?" And I said, "Well, the dock. The whole thing's on. It's on a dock." And he said, "Oh right. Why did you go to the Fox?" And I said, "Reasons to go to the Fox. Number one, it is the only pub on Victoria Dock. Number two, there is no number two. Please read number one again." There is nothing else. There's no other choice. That's why we go.
It's true. It's true,
And
but they've probably got to charge what they charge as well, though,
Absolutely.
because
But
they'll
we've
have
got-
some very lean periods, won't they? Depending on what shows what. And...
There were about five shows on there.
Yeah, because it was
It wasn't where it usually is. It was a walk.
It was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't on the
Oh, that's
normal go
annoying.
in and go to the left to the big hall. It was. There are three shows on your right hand side on the way up there. There was
Ah, right.
there was a property investment show. There's a wedding show,
It was a rugby one as well, wasn't it? It's weird.
Yep.
and there were some people all weekend wearing Comic-Con sort of outfits, weren't they? So I
Yeah.
didn't see where there was that. That
It
might
was,
have been the next room up. I don't know.
It was the
The
golf
thing-
show last year, wasn't it? Looked quite cool, actually.
The thing was though that because we've been there before, so we knew to fuck off. So on Friday we all went to the Brewdog at Canary Wharf. Good food. The drinks are the same price, but they're not shit. And it was great.
It made it good that we did something else on the evenings.
Yeah, but you have to know that it's crap down there to fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't think most punters stay over anyway now.
They're not going to stay when the Ibis is that expensive.
But anyway, next.
Anyway,
Hopefully they pick it up for later on. in the
Thanks
evening.
again, Paul, and thank you to every single person who came down to the pub and said hi and whatever else and bought us drinks and stuff. You are awesome people. James,
Hello. Right. Okay. Yes. I have some news. I have some awesome news. Well, it's some good news. It's news. It's definitely news. This is a new side by side. I know we're all like a little bit of a side by side. This is the IM Infinity Mods Insider, which is kind of coming soon, and it's a side by side, and I rather like a side by side, and I know Rich likes a side by side. Who doesn't like a side by side?
I like a side by side.
I want a side by side. I haven't got one.
But unfortunately, they're either. I mean, there's kind of two formats. There's kind of the one that looks a little bit like a toilet, or there's the kind of the cage version.
Hate the fucking toilet one.
And the cage version, you've got to be careful because either it won't take a larger ratty, and you might be a larger ratty fan, a 23 or a 24 or something with a bulky airflow ring or something on there, or the non-cage version, the L-shaped version, and often they look a little bit lavatorial. Is that a word?
Lavatorial.
Yeah, they look
That's a word.
lavatorial.
I know what you mean.
So we've got something coming out of Italy. So we've got something from Alessandro Basori of this is a collab with somebody else who I can't remember the name of. But I'll check my notes and I'll get back to that. This is the IM Infinity Mods Insider, and this is a DNA 60. Have we got pictures on screen? Rich?
On screen right now.
You know, I
So
like
I think it looks great.
Oh yeah, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't got a lot of pictures because it's still quite early days. This is still the proto. I think he was a bit shy about showing the actuator, the fire button on this one because it's going to be a little bit bigger, I think, on the end result. So it's a DNA 60. That's a stainless steel tube. I think it's got the Mod Dog automatic adjustable 510 in there, because it's an Italian job. It's an 18650. The dimensions are, it's not a big one. It's a small one. It's 80 millimeters by 44 millimeters by 24 millimeters. It's pretty small. It's pretty small.
I like that. I'd use that.
Yeah, it's 3D printed. As far as I'm aware, this is the first. Is this the first 3D printed Infinity Mods one?
Yeah, I think so.
It's nylon. It's PA 2200. PA 22,000 and no 2,200 and no. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's nylon. It's nylon, and it's a pretty keen price for what I mean. Obviously, we've got the Chinese market.
I'm leaning in.
For what it is, which is it's a high-end device, albeit 3D printed. The price is going to be €220, and I don't think that is bad.
All right with that? I'll be in for that. I'll have one.
Yeah, I think it's as far as side by side go. You've got the Stig, which I adore, but it's old now, and the weighty and the big. And I love that device. I think it's an awesome looking device. And I think this is a great looking device.
I'll get one second hand. I'm not Stuart.
I'm not saying it's of the same sort of ilk as the Stig.
Are you talking about the Stig Helix?
The Helix, the Helix, yes. The Helix. Which I love. I absolutely love.
I think
it reminds me of what was the Israeli one that with the screen on the bottom? With the K. Magic. They made the stick. The I can't think.
Evo stick.
No.
The one that you had to fill in with the Sharpie.
Yeah, he's got it. Evo stick.
Yeah, the one that you fill in with the
you had to fill it in with the Sharpie.
The micro thingy.
Yeah, they made that
with the bottom five one. This is yeah. Somebody who's asking, Trevor Lott is asking, how's customer service? I can tell you now. The customer service with Infinity Mods is superb.
220. I'm all right with that. I thought you were going to say £100 more.
And that's that's euros. Remember, that's euros.
Well, it'd be £400 in a couple.
I realise post Brexit.
Exo stick. Yeah, Exo stick.
Yeah, the Evo stick.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evo Exo stick. Yeah.
Evo stick's glue, isn't it?
And there might have been glue in there. This will be beautifully made. I think it looks great. And like I said, Trev's asking how the customer service is. Customer service will be superb from Infinity Mods. It's always been great. I had an issue before with a board that went bad. I sent it back to Italy. It was returned back. It was fixed and returned back to us free of charge in pronto quick time. The lad is great. Alessandro is I love it. I think he's a great modder, and I think his customer service is pretty much spot on. I know he's had dealings with Sunbox, and they've got a bad name, but Alessandro is not that. He is not Sunbox. So yeah,
you fucking said it.
Who said what?
You said that.
I didn't say nothing.
I will. Sunbox is shit.
No, I'm viewing on the Sunbox this one. The magnet's coming out.
It's fine. Just don't break it.
I'm not sending it anywhere. I'll view it until it dies. That's what I'll do. I'll view it until it dies, and I'll try and fix the thing myself.
Get a British model to fix it. You'll see it again.
It'll be good. So that's the. So yeah, I think it's good. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
and that's what's kind of we've called the show. I'm inside of you. It's not a great title.
I liked it.
I like it. It's the best name we've had for 3 months.
Yeah, tentative suggestion for a show title. I'm inside of you, and people were like, "Yeah, brilliant, we'll have that." I was like, "Oh, I didn't expect that at all." Okay, so that's my news. Okay, we're going over to I think Rich.
What does it say?
It says 67 25 May Neo Go.
Oh yeah, mega quick one. Saw announced. That's interesting. I just saw announced on the old Facebook that a mod that we've been following on the show has an official release date now. Picture on screen, not the greatest picture, but it was the announcement, so it is what it is. The 67 mod. This is the Neo Go with the DNA Go board in the very dinky regulated mod.
That one, yeah.
It's going to be on sale on the 25th of May. We're all a bit excited about that. So it's incredibly small. It's really, really dinky, and it has the the DNA Go board inside as well, which is not many things have had that.
How many other things can we think of?
What was the Lost Vape thing? Was the only thing, wasn't it?
The Orion. That's all I know of at the minute. I mean, we've had. I know we had promises of a rebuildable pod system, but that hasn't really seemed to have come for the Orion. But that hasn't seemed to have come to light just yet. But so basically, your choice was such a great little board, I am excited to see this. I know
the guys that made that Squonker that you've got now, James, as well. So the 18350 thing's definitely working for them.
Oh yeah, totally. I think it's going to be super duper groovy. It's going to be tiny for a proper. I mean, that's proper regulated. I know it's got its regulations, limitations, should I say? You can only use stainless steel and that sort of thing for the Go. But I'd be happy to use stainless.
If you're a mouth to longer, and you've got some of these fancy new 18350s laying around, definitely keep your eye on that. Seems the perfect mod to me. Put a K-Fun Light 2019 on there, or a dwarf, and you're absolutely laughing.
It's going to be a cool little setup, isn't it? Really, really cool.
Yeah. So that was just a quick one on that.
Love it.
Nice.
James, back to you.
Oh, right. Okay. This is another mod that was announced just this week, I think. And I haven't got as much information on this one. This is just more of a bit of a show and tell. This is from Stratum. Now there's two Stratums. This is Stratum OLC, which is kind of the original sort of Stratum people. I had a Stratum myself, and it wasn't a Stratum OLC. It was a different Stratum. But anyway, this is from Stratum OLC out of Russia, and this is the V4 LE or something like that. I think it's a V4 LE, something like that. I've got pictures on screen, and this is another good looking mod. It's another 18650. This one's using the SX485 chip, which we haven't seen. A lot of people seem to have gone with the DNA75C.
It's got a little joystick, isn't it?
Got the little joystick rather than the 3 buttons.
I've got a mod here with one in.
With the 75C, how do you find it, Rick?
Not a 75C, with the 485J.
Sorry, with the with the that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Brilliant. Well, it's a great board. Underrated.
I remember
or underused. Definitely
done it.
They're claiming 100 watts for that board.
Yeah. With the right battery, you can get to 100 watts. Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
So yes,
the display on it is slightly bigger than the 75C, and the display is a lot brighter and clearer as well.
It does look that way. Just on the pictures.
Full daylight. Look at it; it's crystal clear.
You know what? Really, the thing for me with the SX75 or the SX boards is the 10-second cutoff. You should be able to turn that off. I apparently vape sometimes longer than 10 seconds, and
10-second drag. I don't vape 10 seconds.
No, 10 seconds is ample.
Not when you've got teeny tiny little airflows.
Yeah, that's not real vaping though, is it?
Yours must be tighter than.
I don't know. The 10s. That's the only. I really like them. I think they're great boards. And I've had from SX350 upwards. I've had a few of them in a few different mods. They've all had the 10-second cutoff, and it's always kind of caught us out. It's not every draw. It's not every vape, but every once in a while. And I'm like, that should be a feature that I can turn off this 10-second thing or up it to 15 seconds or whatever.
It probably would be now. Plug it into the software, and you could probably change things like that now.
It should be a user editable parameter in my personal.
It is on all the Chinese mods.
Leaf
mods and all that.
Yeah,
probably it's on those now as well. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they work on these things, and they are cutting edge boards.
Should be. Anyway, so this is the Stratum V4 from Stratum OLC. It's SX485, which apparently can do 100 watts, which seems crazy. It's polished white Delrin, the ones that we can see on screen there. And Stratum, this is all the information I've got. And Stratum are claiming it is the smallest, lightest mod available on the planet right now. And I can tell you, the Stratum R, which was like an original.
Does it say what it weighs?
It doesn't have. That's all of the information I've got.
Oh, that's a shame.
Just claims. I've got claims. That's all I've got. Like I say, it's just a bit of a show and tell.
It's nice and small.
It does look tight. It's going to be not much bigger than a than the 18650.
It's-
However,
it's a pretty mod.
Has he got an EVL Atty on top of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hasn't he?
is that neat? I can't.
You see a little E there,
Check.
the hand picture.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's not part of the news anyway, is it?
It's not. Anyway, so that was a little bit of a show and tell.
It's
It
a
looked
cake
pretty funny.
button.
It's gonna be well. I'll be honest with you, Stratton OLC, they do bring out some really well.
Oh, yeah. He has got an EVL. It is a Reaper V3 on one picture, and then he's got a K-Fun with a Steam tuners.
Steam tuners, yeah.
Oh,
We went proper geeky for a second.
Cool, like nice,
Looks
nice.
good, James. Very nice.
Yep, cool. Like it a lot. I think it's going to be sexy, and it probably will be light and small. However, the smallest, I don't know.
I can tell you how tall it is.
Yeah. Well, if I get more info, is the problem with these things. You can't always get in contact with the modders, and especially.
No, I can work it out how tall it is. 80 millimeters, I reckon, just under.
Which would be the same size as the IM Insider.
I'm comparing it to the board, the mod I've got here, and the board I'm looking at the USB and working it out. Yeah, I reckon that's about 80 millimeters. Even less, actually. No less. Under 80 millimeters.
Can't be much
Under-
less because it's an 18650, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be an 18650, yeah.
It is. It's definitely an 18650. That's. I have small amount of information. One of the informations I have is the 18650.
Right. Are we all moving?
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm going to try and wrap this. Is quite a difficult thing to wrap up as fast as possible because it is a Clive Bates article on clivebates.com. Clive Bates has been an advocate for vaping for a long time. He's a scientist, and he's done us a lot of favors over the years. I'm going to try and bullet point this as much as possible. I'm going to give you the paragraph. I'm going to skip what the FDA are proposing because I think we know that. No, fuck. All right, I'll do it as quick as possible. I'm going to go with the opening paragraph. Caught in its auto-induced moral panic about the teen vaping epidemic, the FDA has decided that it would be better if certain vaping products were harder to get hold of than cigarettes. And the ones that were easiest to get hold of should be the ones most like cigarettes, tobacco and menthol flavour. This seems entirely mad to me and riddled with the potential for unintended consequences that could increase smoking in both adults and adolescents. What the FDA are proposing: products sold in locations that minors are able to enter at any time. So that would include all regular shops, convenience stores, etc. This is banning. Products sold through all retail establishments and online retail locations that have sold to minors after issuance of the guidance. This is a close down. Fuck, I'm going to skip it because hopefully you understand what the FDA are planning to do. Clive goes through all the reasons why that is really, really stupid. I'm really sorry to cut this short, but it's just going to be forever. So I'm going to go with my response, which is Clive Bates's response. FDA should not proceed with the measures referred to in Section 4, the draft guidance modifications to compliance policy for certain deemed tobacco products. The FDA is using enforcement discretion to create arbitrary and discriminatory regulatory policy as an alternative to regulation. Section 906 of the Control Act prevents the FDA regulating to prohibit the sale of any tobacco product in face-to-face transactions by a specific category of. This is really bad. I thought this was going to be right, but it's not. Really impossible to do. What I'm going to do, actually, I've decided I'm going to pick up this link. I'm going to stick it on the Ideal Home Show page. Have a read. Clive Bates is our friend. He knows exactly what he's talking about. But me attempting to read it to you seems entirely pointless. Who's next? Sorry to drop you, but that's fucking pointless.
Rich.
Hello. Okay, check this out. So this came up on The Shed, a brilliant Facebook group run by Mark Todd and his disciples. It's a vending machine for vapes. On screen is a picture now. It's a 24-hour vape vending machine. It looks all whizzy and that. You can put your credit card in, and it's touch screen, and you pick what you want. You want some juice, some coils, or what? And it's 24-hour. Now I'm presuming it's not in the UK. I'm pretty hopeful it's not in the UK. Is it me, or were cigarette machines a really bad idea?
They were a fucking bad idea, and
They were a brilliant idea.
Banned, weren't they? Well, that was one of the reasons I started smoking. Like I could go and get fucking cigarettes.
You go through the beer garden,
Yeah.
into the back door of the pub.
Yeah, my friend used to hold the fire extinguisher.
Chuck £3 coins in, press the button, and leg it.
Yeah, that was exactly what we did.
It seems obviously you're going to need a debit or credit card, so you should be at a certain age, I guess. But there's ways around that as well, though, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You can get contactless card, prepaid cardy things, can't you?
Yeah.
So that's not a catch-all either. So that just seems that was a possibly industry shooting itself in the foot type move.
What about trust, though, Rich? What about trust? We don't put a little bit of trust in our the kids of the day. Let's put some trust.
It's not
Let's just
trust,
say,
is it?
let's just say, don't do it until you're 18, and just trust that they won't do that.
Stupid as fuck. We know.
From a personal standpoint, I don't give a shit. It's fine. But from as an industry standpoint, it just seems a nightmare waiting to happen. And also, like everything in this life, it won't be very good stuff in that vendor, will it?
No.
So if that's someone's first attempt, I'd rather they went in a vape shop. So I don't know. It's one of those things.
Well, there's a way. That's the thing, though, isn't it?
My mind just boggled a bit.
They'll get hold of it. They'll get hold of worse.
It just seems like a backward step, but you don't give them the advantage. That seems fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
the nanny state mentality is the bad thing here. That they think they can control what these kids get their hands.
That's not.
They can't though.
That's not nanny state.
No, I get that. I get from that perspective, it's not a problem. But
no, it's not nanny state. That nanny state's saying to people, we have this fucking ridiculous thing. Oh, hold on, you've set me off because I can't.
Rick.
We have this fucking thing at the moment where we say we've got to put traffic lights on the back of food and stuff like that.
Oh, I like them traffic lights.
People with the fucking trouble don't read the fucking traffic light. They're fucking massive. Yeah, I've sat behind people. They've shrunk the size of Malteser grab bags. Well, I quite like them. They're quite nice. Like once a month, have some Maltesers. He doesn't give a shit. He's having 6 packets. Makes no fucking odds at all. If you're the size of that, it's fucking mental. That's nanny state. That's bollocks. Trying to stop your kids vaping. I totally get that. We're supposed to stop it, and they're supposed to try the most innovative way to get around it. Because I did. I bought my brother's national insurance card off him for a tenner, I think. And then I could smoke.
I'm not massively asked about kids vaping because I think like they're just kidding themselves. Really, it's completely harmless.
I'm not. But you don't give them. You don't arm them to be able to do it. That's fucking.
I feel it just arms the naysayers with just something else to. Oh, look what they're doing now! Look at this. This is gonna.
The end result's the same thing.
No kid could ever use it, and it's still we've given those people an opportunity to say, "Look, kids can use it." This.
They can do what they like to try to stop these kids from doing it. If that kid wants to vape, that kid is going to vape.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. But it's the us as an industry insulating ourselves from that.
Oh no, we shouldn't be. Obviously, not promoting children doing anything.
No, exactly. I'm not saying they won't do it. I'm saying don't give them the opportunity to free like that. That's fucking stupid. Especially putting a machine.
Stick vending machines in the schools. It's all right.
It's that thing when people mutter the words "PC gone mad." It makes
I'm
me
joking, of course.
fucking murder somebody. It's not, is it?
I don't see that many warnings on that machine either.
No. There was an article in the paper. It was on all the papers yesterday, which is bacon and red meat can kill you. It was amazing. Anybody who owns a calculator could have realised it was absolute shit. And there was a 0.48% more chance of you dying of bowel cancer. Who cares? It's fucking. Who gives a shit?
Everything can kill you.
It literally can.
Sellotape can kill you.
Yeah.
Life can kill you.
It is the new vaping. Processed meat is the new vaping. I think.
More people
I
die
just
every
had some
year.
corned beef.
Trousers.
I want to take away your bacon.
A lot of bad press is the process, and I like. You know what? I read something. I was like, so what exactly is processed meat? You know what processed meat is? It's pretty much all meat.
All meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, fucking hell, man, that's a bit. It's just everything. If you buy it from a shop, if you don't kill it yourself,
If it no longer has the head on.
Yeah.
This is such a load of shit. Like, it's ridiculous. Like human history. If you think of the last 10,000 years, there's not really been a massive problem.
But what they were talking about, John, was the bacon and the.
No, they fucking weren't, because they didn't.
I saw it on the TV.
I don't give a shit. They didn't take variables into account. There were two massive
Triggered.
variables. They decided to ignore weight. What the fuck? That literally makes no sense. If you weigh 30 stone, it isn't bacon. It's you're a fat fuck, you fucking moron.
I think John.
The other
I
thing
think
they
John
didn't
likes
take into
bacon.
account was
Does anyone else getting the
lifestyle.
impression John likes bacon?
They didn't take into account lifestyle, location, or age. If you die of bowel cancer at 85, you died of old age because you're fucking 85. It's got fuck all to do with it.
All I'm saying is I saw a program on the TV this week and they were saying about bacon.
That's exactly what everybody's
And
doing.
it's their but they had a point and they did scientific studies on.
No, they didn't. No, they had no point.
No, they did on the program I saw. They took it to. Listen, what they were saying was this: it's the stuff that's used to cure it,
Doesn't make
and
any
there's an alternative way to do it.
I don't give two fucks because the statistics were complete bullshit because the variables are too massive. They made the control group something like 4 million, which is absolutely.
Oh, it was still minuscule amounts. It's almost as bad as diacetyl. It is, and even the scientists said, "Look, the conclusion is there's nothing wrong with having a bit of bacon now and again."
No, exactly. It was 0.48. If you had more than 75 grams a day, there was a 0.48 increase chance of getting bowel cancer.
How much does one rasher
That's
weigh?
less in 1 in 200. Yeah, but it's one rasher a day or 7 in 1 day. It literally made no difference.
What about bacon fries?
It's fine because they didn't take any variables into account. They didn't even check if you fucking smoked. They didn't check if you shoved cigarettes up your arsehole on a daily basis.
Scampi fries?
Yeah, it's fine.
Seafood, that's all right.
So shit. It just the fucking chewing gum bullshit.
Frazzles, that's what I'm concerned about.
So they reckon soy sauce isn't good, don't they?
Yeah, they've always said
It's
that.
high in salt. It's salt, isn't it?
No,
very
something else. Instant cancer or something.
Instant and AIDS too. We're getting silly now.
I fucking hate the media.
AIDS and cancer if you eat soy sauce. Watch
It
out.
used to be a thing.
It's definitely something along those lines. I'm bullet pointing. I'll Google it.
You
Later.
live in a world where you can get a degree in critical thinking. You can get a degree in reading something and deciding it's not exactly how it's written. That's the world you live in. Enjoy it. James, Modder Showcase, True Mods, Tony Mason. Tony made us mods.
Tony, we love Tony.
Yeah, well, yeah, I see. This is Tony Mason is pre me joining the Idea Launch Show, and you know, and I saw his I saw a mod of his this week, and so I got into contact with Tony yesterday, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a modder showcase on Tony because. I think a lot of us haven't necessarily. He seemed to have went under my radar anyway.
Say when, James.
So just stick him up one screen. Let's just stick him on screen, and I'll just talk a little bit about True Mods. So I full screen him and all. Rich, cover us all up. So
He's come leaps and bounds. We kind of had mods for him like 3 years ago.
I'll tell you what it was. There was a mod. It was Tim Small. I want to say Tim Smallman. I think had a mod from him this week. Tim somebody had a mod for, and the etching on there was unbelievable. It was the detail on it blew us away, absolutely blew us away. Now I realise that these are boxes that
project boxes.
Yeah, but just
My boxes.
Pardon? Yeah. I was speaking to him, and he buys everything. He buys everything from Eureka. So that was kind of another thing. I was like, I'm pleased that it's. I've got a mod me to tie in, and he's a friend of yours, Rick.
How often do these come up then? Are they to order or?
So basically the to order. He hasn't got. I asked him to get a group. He hasn't got a group, but he has got a page, and you kind of message him through the page, and he'll make each one, as far as I'm aware, is pretty much bespoken as you and whatever you're after, sort of thing. And he's been on the go for. It seems like he's been on the go. I've got loads of spiel about. I don't want to just read through the spiel, especially because it's getting on a little bit.
He did us all custom mods.
He didn't. No, that's not. No, he didn't. That's Toby.
Oh, sorry.
Tony. We met. Tony was at when you came down to Tunbridge Wells. Tony was with us. He's
Sorry, Tony.
And Carly works with me, his wife.
I've lost my mind. I
He sorted me out with a white goon tip when I couldn't get hold of one.
You've had too much bacon, John Martin.
He's one sandwich away from death.
Yeah. So I was just flicking through them there. We're just showing them off because some of them are absolutely, like I said, the engraving is beautiful. I realise that the Hammond boxes, but they are about as shiny as a Hammond box.
They're not Hammond boxes. They're mod maker boxes.
Mod maker boxes. Absolutely not Hammond. Not Hammond at all. Proper. These are proper boxes. Not your. Where's John gone? John seems to have left.
He's gone to try and find some wafer thin ham.
Oh, I love a bit of wafer thin ham. I love a bit of.
It's off for a bacon sarnie.
You know what I like more than wafer thin ham? I like the pictures of wafer thin ham on the pack of wafer thin ham. The way that's all kind of rippled round and rippled out. And I never quite get that right. So anyway, I look into the whole spiel. He started a few years ago. He saw he wanted a what did he want? He wanted a hexome, and he decided to kind of make something similar to a hexome himself. Started with Hammond boxes. Now uses Rick's boxes and all of Rick's parts. The prices they're between like 120 and 200 quid. Like for a custom box to your specs and with you, and obviously that depends on any sort of I keep wanting to say engraving, but it's not engraving, it's etching.
No, some of the older ones were engraved. The newest one, he got Tim Davis to etch it. The one he brought out the other day, but when you look at the other ones are engraved.
The other ones are I think he's
see the sheen marks on them.
Right, I think he's okay. So engravings, and indeed, I should have asked him more questions. But I think ultimately, the pictures kind of speak for themselves, and hopefully we're all looking at them pictures right now and going, "Oh, they are good." So anyway, this is True Mods by Tony Mason. He's got a group. He hasn't got a group. He's got a Facebook page. If you Facebook Google True Mods, then it'll come up with. Don't go to the website. It says there's a website that's True Mods. It's nothing to do, as far as I can tell, with mods. Don't go there. But he's got a Facebook page. Go there and have a look at all of his beautiful work. The look cracking. The prices are great, and
he's a lovely fella.
And
he is a lovely fella. He's a good lad.
Sorry, yes, he is a lovely fella. I was thinking
he'll be crying watching this. We love you, Tone, and you, Carly. Hello, come back to work. On maternity leave.
Get over there. Have a look. Buy a mod from him. It looks like a good little mod. And there was no pictures of the insides in them. It was just the outsides I was showing you there. The insides are tidy, absolutely tidy. They look great outside and in. That's it. That's a little thing I don't normally do. A mod showcase sort of thing like that.
No, it's really good, James, because it's a good shout out. Because he needed a shout out. He's an unsung hero.
Yeah, I'd not. You know what it is? I went to message him yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, and he'd messaged me ages and ages ago when I was admin on UKS, asking a question about whatever it was, and I just and he mentioned True Mods and everything, and it just hadn't registered with us one bit, and like I say, when I saw Tim's, I think it's Tim's mod, I was like, just. Look great, absolutely look great. So that's True Mods, Tony Mason. Get over there. Yeah, cool. Who's next? John again. More stuff. Please don't be angry about this.
I'm not angry. That's why I fucking hate the science bullshit.
You could get Quorn bacon, John.
I don't care. That's fine. I'm not bothered. I just don't want to hear the fucking bullshit, constitute shit from the Sun newspaper. That it's science because somebody wrote it down, doesn't it?
Is bacon processed?
Yeah.
Isn't it just sliced off the...
No, it's the cure.
Oh, it has to be cured.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Wet cure or dry cure. But it doesn't make any difference. It won't give you cancer. That's utter shit.
Doesn't sound good.
Go on then. Just be a vegan because that's definitely bad for you.
I'll really watch out tomorrow morning when I'm having a bacon sandwich.
No.
Just have some ham. Just have some ham, John.
That's processed as well. It's cured.
Yeah, it's all cured. It wouldn't be pink if it wasn't cured.
Gammon?
No.
Cured.
It's just meat. Honestly, looking at it, unless you kill the animal yourself, unless you're slicing it off a cow.
Total shit.
Let's just get some recipes off Gus.
Yeah, let's get some recipes.
Instead. Then we'll live.
What was I going to do? Just that, Nick. Just some quick stuff. It was a quick stuff and a little story. We've got DB on the way, which is strawberry fluff, which everybody keeps asking me for over and over again, which is coming.
Good.
Raspberry mint, which people like. I think we've got some more peach, but we've already got peach in stock. But anyway, there's things that are coming in. I am also in talks with another new supplier, which I like doing, and we're going to be doing that soon. Oh, and the accessory is on the way. I should have that in a fortnight. Can't say anything about it, but it's awesome. I'll do that. So this is just a quick story. George Morrison, who is an Omi, a Scotch Omi, sent me a message a little while ago saying there was a guy in Oregon making a liquid that was really, really good. He had given him my name. The guy wanted to come over to wanted to sell his liquid in the UK, but couldn't find anyone who wanted to do it. So he put me in contact with him, and that guy was Dorian. I spoke to Dorian for a little while. Dorian sent me some samples over. I have a cut rule. I never sell anything we don't try. So it came over. Tried it. Thought it's absolutely fantastic. And that is Shaky Brews. It's Dorian from Oregon Vapes. Well, he works for Oregon Vapes, but this is his invention. But the whole thing was George. George Morrison was buying it from America. May continue to do so. But I just wanted a quick thing to say. Companies like Rick and me and the independents can move on stuff like that. Literally somebody saying, and that does happen a lot more often than you think. I get talked to about new products, and I may have tried products and not wanted to do it. Somebody sent me some samples. It's not really something I want to do. And every so often one clicks, and this fantastic tobacco came over, and we sell it. And we sell it because George Morrison basically put it in front of my face. Really, that's what happened.
Cool.
So I wanted to be honest and say, yeah, that's what the vaping community is, really. It's not loads of those people who kind of talk to each other. Don't try to call me out on a thing and say, do this, because I can't do it then. If you post it on a group and go, you should sell this.
Horny mango, John, that's what you need. Horny mango.
I really hate that liquid. It's fucking horrible.
Me and Richard love it. I want some more.
It tastes nothing like mango. What you want to do is just get a bit.
Horny.
We should offer to do the voiceover radio advert, Rick, for Horny.
Horny mango.
I had a bit of a joke.
Horny mango.
I had a Tony Parkinson, who was in the chat, has always ordered a Polish mint from me over and over and over again. And I sent him, I can't remember what he ordered today, a couple of bottles of shaky frozen. And I looked at my phone because he'd ordered 10 more bottles. And I was like, oh, okay, he likes it. Okay, that's done.
It's gone down very well overall, hasn't
really
it? Really good
I
feedback.
kept trying to say to people over and over again, it's grown up. It's a grown up thing. If you want to try it, go for it. But I'm not going to piss around. It's not candy apples. It's apple.
No,
and
it's not a strong. It's not strong apple, is it?
No.
It's a tobacco juice
Mhm.
with
It goes with a bit.
a hint of apple in there.
Yeah, and it goes really well with a beer. Really, really well.
Very nice.
I'm going to see Paula next weekend, and Paula just said in the chat, "I'll try John's next weekend." Well, Paula is in chat and said, "I'll try John's next weekend because we're going down to Portsmouth. Not Portsmouth. I'm not going there. I'm going wherever the fuck Paula lives.
It is down Portsmouth way, isn't it?
Oh, don't do that. She lives off Portsmouth. I have to get a ferry or something.
Gosport.
Gosport. That's where she lives. Fucking enjoy.
Down south.
Oh fuck me! I'm going to skip my next news article. Anyway, that's just that, Nick. Forget the Innovaps piece of shit. Don't buy it. That's the next one.
And George is in chat.
Hey,
Georgie.
Georgie.
I wasn't sure.
Good old George.
I don't know,
George
I
Meister.
just so I
George
can clear my conscience, I did obviously send George a couple of kits as soon as it landed, and he's already got them. So I'm not a wanker. I am a wanker, but I still sent 2 kits. I got sent. Nigel sent me his pictures of his latest mod, the Nigel Moxon, Evil Genius. He sent them over. It's his new Cerakoted Skronka. Just gonna try and find my own pictures on the folder on my phone. So
I haven't got these, have I?
You should have. They were in the Fuck You James folder.
All right, go on then.
Have you got them? Should be red.
Oh,
Ignore
yeah,
them.
of course I have.
There we go. I can't see what you're saying.
Right, well, they're on screen now.
Okay, so Nigel's been designing this for a while. It is using a pre-made box, but he Cerakoted it, and it's the fit and finish is absolutely incredible, as you can probably see. Obviously, if you change the doors and the button on a model like this, you've basically changed the mod. Really. So there's so many colour options by just changing the colour of the button, just changing the colour of the door, like a Franken skull or whatever. And I think he's done really. I think he's done fantastically well. That's a really, really clean mech.
Yes, looks good.
It looks
good.
very, very tidy indeed.
Yes.
It's like Super Pro, isn't it? Super Pro.
Super. Nigel is going to be at Expo in Birmingham. Hopefully, he'll be holding one of these, or he's going to be. If people have them all ready to go. So if you want to see one annual Expo, come down the pub, because Nigel will be down the pub, and have a look at.
He's always in the pub, our Nigel.
Have a look at his latest mod. I really think it's really clean. And I think it looks great. And that is Evil Genius. Is it Evil Genius Mods?
SVB in it.
SVB. Soul Vapor, baby. Soul Vapor.
And the beauty, as always, is you can have it how you like, can't you? You pick your colour button, you pick what it says, pick your door colour. That's the beauty in it. People have it exactly as they want it.
Yeah.
And,
That's always been Nigel's thing.
Facebook.com and try and search for the group SVB Mods. You find it. Why is Paula written never in
Because it's a squonker.
She only doesn't squonk because she's got knives for nails.
Well, I'll be down there next.
You'd pop the bottle.
Paula, I'll be down there next week. You can finger my hole. Not a problem.
She'll pop the
won't.
bottle if she fingers the hole.
She won't. I've asked her before. Right, next.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
I think it's.
We're trying for Tarbar.
I think it is. I think it's time for. Let's do the theme tune. Things that remind you.
That's brilliant.
That's really good.
Good enough for a while, haven't we?
You sound like you're talking to your like a deaf child. I think you did really, really well.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a wanker with these.
We've got a lot. We've got 2 weeks worth. We've got 2 weeks worth. We didn't have a show last week because people were gallivanting down the Groucho Club and shit. And so we've got 2 weeks. We're going to fly through the north. Okay, we're starting in alphabetical order with Adam Metty, I believe.
I don't know. I'm looking at a tree with lights on.
Yes.
Okay, this is Adam Metty. Yes, Adam Metty. It reminded him of him, and it's a coil kind of thing around a tree, light you up coil thing.
It's a Jenny, isn't it? It's a mesh. It's a mesh coil. It's a mesh.
It's a fucking tree with lights on it, Rick.
Mesh wig.
It could be
coil.
suspend.
Bollocks next.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is it's a light bulb, but it looks like a drip tip.
No,
Is that
it's
right?
not.
Give me that.
No,
I've
it's
got
a
no
big.
problem with that.
No, it's a big telly. It's a
they're
big telly with a.
Now, where's that come? They're not in alphabetical order then.
I decide.
I've got them that way.
It's a big telly. It's a big telly. Sony
not-
telly. It's got the planet Earth on.
Got a copy from one from the week.
Where is big telly with the planet Earth on?
I don't know. Skip it. Next.
Oh, Viv Emery. Oh, you've gone from one end to the other. That's Viv
Yeah,
Emery.
said.
Yeah,
I know.
okay, so that's a reminder of Stabwood. That's Viv. Lovely Viv. Next one.
It's now a free carbon fiber ring.
Okay, this is from you, Klim. This is.
Oh, you're going backwards.
Yeah, it's gone backwards now. It's gone backwards now. It started at the now we're at you. This is you, Klim. This is it's a carbon fiber ring. It could be a beauty ring. Could be that sort of thing. Next one is Ricci.
It's a dinosaur above a
Yeah, this
5'10".
is Tony Parkinson. This is it's 5'10".
That is
I don't get this one.
5'10".
5'10".
5'10".
In the ring at the bottom there, Rick.
No, because I'm confused because he's on in alphabetical order and I'm getting.
Yeah, go scroll.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's got 5'10" on it. Okay.
Now,
Next one.
Ideal Home Show.
Theodore,
I quite liked it.
Yeah. But also, it's got the people along the bottom. It's the Ideal Home Show, but it's also got the people. Our thing's got the people along the bottom.
Yeah, and I like Tio anyway. So.
Yeah, he's nice lad. Next one is we're moving to the Bogfoot, Scotty Bogfoot. He did a few this week. Some of them have been great, and you know how I like. I've said it before.
I like this for a really weird reason though.
I don't know if we're looking at the same thing.
Ice hockey player.
No,
What the fuck are you doing?
but it's easier if I just tell you what it is.
Yes, tell us what it is.
Well, this looks like an Al Jazeera TV thing.
It's just Scotty Bogfoot as well.
Okay, so this is
It says Aegis on his arm.
Aegis on his arm. Yeah.
Next. Go again.
What is it, Rich?
It's an ice hockey player with vapor written on.
Oh,
stick.
vapor on his.
It's even better than that, isn't it? Because Bonner used to be an ice hockey goalie, which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And it's got Scotty in the background.
Yeah,
Scotty Arbar.
Yep. Which is
I
a bit
like
like Scotty Bogfoot, but not.
And it's played on ice, and some juices got ice in the name.
Yeah, he's nailed.
Oh.
We're plucking them from virtual.
This is Turning Japanese by the Vapors.
Yeah, this is we're officially call this a classic. We've had it a few times. It's a different take on it because the picture is slightly different to other people's pictures. And besides, Scotty gets a little bit of leeway because he's a lovely lad. Next one.
Yeah, he is. Film.
That's amazing.
It's pretty good.
Film.
Pretty good. It's mildly offensive. It's pretty good. I like
To
it.
you.
I like it. Yeah, to me. Everyone else is like, "Fuck you, James."
Is this the new Aspire?
The last one is the new Aspire. That's the.
What a
that's
car!
Oh, look at this beauty.
When was that new? Are those hubcaps beautiful?
I think they're wheel trims. Yeah, that's the wheel trim.
Where's the license plate going to go? That's the problem with these new fancy designs.
On your heart. That's where that one goes.
This one looks to be Patrick Stewart.
It doesn't
Okay,
count.
that's
It doesn't count because he did it first.
Patrick Stewart did do it first, of course.
Yeah, so it doesn't count.
That's
But
a
it
fair
reminded
point.
him of it does count, John. It does count, John, because you know how it works. It reminded him of it when he took a picture, he snapped it in, and he sent it in, and that's how it works. Don't give me the finger with the slide.
He's right, John. He's right. He's right.
Technically, you're right. It can still
Technically,
remind.
but technically, then you could say that actually it reminds you of Patrick Stewart, not Fabian.
I don't even know what one you're looking at.
The picture of Patrick Stewart with his head like that, and we're all supposed to think that reminds you of
I
him.
can't see it.
The QWERTY T.
What you want to do is open your
Where
eyes
it jumped.
and look at the fucking stick.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, next one is this is from you, Rich.
Yeah, it's an arse.
Yeah, it's an horse. It's up for review. It reminded him of you.
Oh, yes.
He's a reviewer,
And it fell at the first, didn't it, and died. I don't know if it died. I can't
It did
confirm
die,
that.
didn't
It fell at the first, though. It fell at the first. And so did the other Travava one, which was the Summit Clouds.
yeah, we might have that later, but shh, spoiler.
Spoilers. Live magic and comedy with John
Martin. I like that.
Martin.
It's from Pete Nixon. Go on, it.
Pretty
That's my
good,
old.
that.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
Got John Martin in the title. Oh, this one's not really a try for Tava, but it's funny. I like this one a lot.
It's a doorbell.
Oh, not that one. Okay. This is a try for Tava. You know what it is? I've seen this Ring doorbell thing.
Oh, yeah, it's the camera one, isn't it?
It looks like a.
Yeah, right.
It looks like a.
Can we help you?
Doorbell. It looks nothing like anything to do with vaping.
I've seen it loads of times on Amazon adverts, on Facebook adverts. I've never thought, try for Tava. And I know many try for Tavas. I didn't think this was a try for Tava.
Yeah, right. It fucking isn't.
What's to stop the person who's there for dubious reasons just ripping that off and stamping on it?
I don't think there's a lot. Maybe it's a plastic bracket. The plastic bracket is stopping them from.
At least every time he stamps on it, it'll ring the doorbell.
Do you know what? I want a doorbell, which is
130 quid or 89 quid doorbell.
I want a doorbell, which is James saying plastic bracket.
Plastic bracket. Here's the thing. Here's the thing as well with this. You go ding dong, whatever on the doorbell, then you go, oh, get me phone. Just I'll open my phone. Get the app up. Get the app up, and oh fuck, there's nobody there at all because you've been like 27 minutes getting your phone and finding the app.
But isn't that just something to cause more paranoia in your life? Why the fuck do people put these fucking cameras in?
I don't know. Just look through your letterbox like a normal paranoid dude.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if it happens or I'm not there. Whatever. I don't care. Fuck it.
You could put it on the inside of your door,
No, but whatever.
and you could press it when you answer the
I
door.
don't give a shit. We pay our insurance. I don't care. Come around and get.
But that won't cover you being murdered, John.
What?
Oh no!
Dude, but it would have already happened. Why do I want to watch it?
Your opinions on processed meat.
This is a pregnancy test that says check atomizer.
Oh, she's great. I like this.
Does that count?
No, this wasn't actually down as a try for Tava. However, I thought I've got to slip this into the show because it really made us laugh. I've seen similar types of things and I really enjoyed it. And I just put it in the show. So yeah, it's not really
Good.
a try.
But just for everyone out there watching, considering entering next week's Travava, it technically isn't a Travava as it's been manufactured.
That's right. Thanks, Rich.
No, it's okay. Carry on. We're looking at Scratch Magazine. Some sort of juice. It's actually nail stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I think of when you talk about now.
That's why she's tuned in. Just tuned in at the end just so we wouldn't see it, Paula. But this is from Paula Jankowski.
It doesn't count. The dropper bottles. It doesn't count.
But the flavoured and the reminded are of vaping, John.
Wow.
John, you got to be nice about Paula. You're going down there next week.
It's a drop.
It makes it funny if I'm not. How much? You won't believe how much. Look, Paula has a problem with my chin. Supposedly, it's very sharp.
I can see that.
It's not as sharp as her nails.
That is a Travava. It's just not a great one.
Yeah.
Viz's top tips.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's from Ollie. This is from Ollie. Ollie, he got to go to Bradford Club Redmond.
Ollie Redmond.
Yeah, Ollie Redmond. Yeah,
Oh,
you know Ollie Redmond. You know what? I've had a really busy day today, John. I've had a really busy day.
But they're next to each other, the N and the M keys.
I like it. I called him Ollie. I can't remember what I called him. I think I called him Ollie Remond. Yeah, Ollie Remond. Rebecca. For a laugh.
It's just a spelling error.
Here we go. Vintage Clouds. 11-1.
There we go. It's a shame there wasn't 51-0 or something, because that would be like 5-10.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look.
60-40.
It's 60-40. Let's keep on. This is from Mrs. Joe. Next one.
Okay.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
Blythe House. That's a nice door.
It's good. That was good. We went to the seaside the other day, and we were walking along, and Shelley said, "Oh shit!" Mrs. John said, "That is a Trifataba."
Yeah, I noticed you're not talking shit about this one, John.
That's brilliant. That's awesome.
Yeah, just like I thought. Okay, next one. Big Blizzard.
We're
right?
looking at the Bloomberg building.
Yeah, it's the shed. This says the shed there, so it reminded him of
It doesn't count.
of our Lord and Master. Next one. Oh, next one's from.
That was good. I will give you that.
Is this
This is in the Groucho Club.
Yeah, it's in the fucking Groucho Club, isn't it? It's in the Groucho Club.
Blurred out, Rick.
I can't wait to go to the Groucho Club.
Why am I blurred out?
I will say, just to make you feel, they had got just Tracy Evans on the wall on the way to the loo.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They had originals all over the fucking wall.
Unbelievable.
They had a picture of a cock and Mrs.
Cat next to it.
And Mrs. John went, "A picture of a cock," and I went, "I reckon that's Tracy Emin." And I read in the corner, I thought, "It is." I win.
Yeah, I thought that as soon as I saw it as well. Yeah.
Turk, you are up with some modern art geniuses. You know?
Awesome. Okay, let's keep on rolling. Oh, next one. Next one's from Matt English.
It's
yes,
an audio 0.78 millimeter.
That is a Triumph
Yeah.
Great. That's a great Triumph art. That's absolutely good.
Yeah,
Well done.
It's a good one.
You could possibly win this week. Next one, Mark White. I didn't get this one. I don't know what this one is. Do we know what this is?
Sunderly.
It was from Mark White. Yeah, but I do get it.
Sunderly. Life has new meaning.
Oh, man.
I'm possibly reaching myself.
But it does say World's Electronics World on
He
it.
said it was a Chinesium Triumph Tava, and it might be racist, but I don't get what the fuck he was on about.
No, me neither. Let's move on before we get into trouble. Next one's from Mario. This one again. This wasn't a Trifatava. This one, but it's Sloan Copra, and Copra is an anti-buy. Is the high
Cobra. Yeah.
and I liked it. And anyway, let's move on.
But it doesn't count. There is no fucking way that the next one is real.
Stallone's looking well. When's that movie out?
No, that can't be real.
It isn't. It's bollocks.
Oh yeah, it's a grave.
It's not though, because there's no way Stonemason wouldn't fall for that. Not in 2 seconds he wouldn't fall for that. And not only that, you can't have a grave marker with someone's fucking first name on it. It doesn't even make any sense. There's no date, nothing. It's
Yeah,
not
there is. Is the date in the very bottom left?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I
That's a
can't remember.
Photoshop.
It's Photoshop. It's total bollocks.
Well, it don't matter. It don't matter though.
matter,
You didn't have to be there in the cemetery. Go and look at that. I'll take a
It
photo.
doesn't have to be his grave.
Yeah, but how is fuck you anything to do with vaping? It doesn't make any difference.
Because fuck you, John.
Fuck you, John.
Oh, okay, fine. I give you that. So I didn't even think of it. Yeah.
Good grief.
James says it so many times a day. I've become immune to fuck you.
I like how you saw the cryptic puzzle and not the word John.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought, well, it's bollocks. There's no way anyone would ever do that.
Okay, let's keep moving. John Freer. Yeah, is he next? Yes.
It's a packet of cigarettes being handed to a very small monk.
Yeah, he was going, oh, no, thank you. And remind him of him because he goes, no, I don't want a cigarette anymore because I vape now.
That's probably,
it's
not
good.
why, that's probably not why in this case. Just doesn't fancy one right now.
You could be saying, no, I don't inhale anything, vapor or tobacco.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, he's going, no, they're menthols and
he
all. I'm not a
only,
menthol.
he only,
Now looking at the top of a coffee.
This is from Jason Coppinger. Looks a bit like the home sign. I don't know whether this is manufactured though. I'm not sure if this is.
No, I'd say that's real. I'm happier with that than fuck.
Yeah,
It's a bit
good.
reachy.
It's still reminding me of vaping though.
Yeah.
We've got a few from Jason this week.
We're now down by the river. Is this the view out of your window, James?
This is exactly what I say. I had Jason around the other day and he was like, "Oh, look at that! That's loads of rails of Canthal leather."
Jason is up your way. Isn't
It is. He's local to me. It's Newcastle or Gateshead there. Depending on
Oh,
what side.
that's not as funny then.
Next one is Cloud Appreciation Society. I'm a member of this. Is anybody else a member of this?
he?
The newsletter.
I haven't got Cloud Appreciation Society. I've got a picture of the butt plug.
No. Oh no, you've missed one from Jason Coppinger.
This is the Cloud Appreciation Society.
I'm lost now. Done it.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
it's fine. Let's move on. Because we're after 10:30. Well, let's move on. Graham Vincent. We've had this one before. It's still a good one. It's that drip tip looking thing that fires.
Like the Eden
That
project.
was the Eden project, but this one supersedes, as I said on the thread,
Yeah.
this one supersedes all others because he took it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every other one we've ever had has been nicked. That he took. I'm more than happy. That is a triumph for Tarbar.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Next one is from John.
Oh, Big J's.
That's from Napoleon Dynamite. I just liked it.
Big J. Big J. Y'all remember Big J, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
He worked for me. Good guy. Good bloke.
Next one is from Fizz. This one.
Capella.
No, we've already had this.
You had this one.
We've had it already.
Did we have this? I thought you just
Yeah.
argued about it online.
No.
I didn't remember this
We
one.
argued about it on the show. It's shit.
Okay.
Capella. Capella.
No,
Works.
doesn't count.
Looks
And
like,
also it looks like a
one
bill-
of Brad's doors.
I'll give you that, but yeah, it doesn't count because as soon as that's like, yeah, whatever. It's like saying, oh fuck me, look at that. It's made by K-Fun and it looks a Semesto and it looks like a Semesto. Well, no shit. Of course.
But it's a business card. It's a business card. It's
Is
not
that
a
what
card.
it is?
Yeah, there wouldn't be. Yeah. See, I didn't me background checks, John. I didn't me background checks. You think you coming here talking about driver Tavars?
I tell you what, if that's your business card, you are a fucking bellend.
There's no phone number on it.
Not cheap.
You can't even look at it and get the number. All it says made in the USA. That's a bit broad.
It's
You want to get hold of them? Oh, they're in the USA. Easy.
You guys are trying to put that in your wallet. Someone gave you that. You'd be like, oh, cheers, bellend.
I want to ring Capella. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful. Come on, let's get through this. Come on, let's get through this.
Armadillo self-storage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Dave Catton. It's Armadillo mods. Next one
And there's
is
the Armadillo RDA now. Some good reviews available online of that. The sorry closed. It's a license plate and it says 510 on it.
510. That's from Dale Walker.
didn't
Next
hate
one,
that.
let's get one moving. Colin Albans. This is a good one.
Oh, Staples Filofaxes.
It flummoxed us initially, and I thought it was maybe
It does look like a squonkery thing.
a little bit like. Oh no, I thought it was maybe a little bit like the buttony mouth thing on a
Oh, right, yeah.
DNA, but it's not that. If you look at the one that's slightly different, that is it's like a billet box burr.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you that.
I thought we were looking at Staples because staple coils.
Yeah, I thought that as well initially. That was one
I'll
of my
give you
thoughts.
Could be a doubler.
Borough. Thank you.
No,
It's barely
the
a
burr.
wanna.
It's the burr in that middle one. Next one, Bobby Drago. This is a doubler. Mesh
Mesh
license
X1.
plates and a ×1.
Legit.
Oh yes.
And he's taking it while he's passing by as well.
Yep.
Which
Bald
is
marks for Bobby.
yeah.
Probably
This
very
is
dangerous. There,
done to death, the next one.
It has.
Oh my God.
This is a different. It's a different
I
shot.
haven't seen this one before. I think this is a brilliant one.
Yeah,
Third
it's about
time
the
round.
7th time.
Yeah, fuck
We
yeah.
have been doing Tribe for Tarvar for more than a
I
year.
don't remember this one.
Done to death.
I'd vape it. Anyway, it's now just a person vaping.
Okay, this is Alex McNally. It's John Hare though. It's the John
It
Hare.
is John Hare, yeah.
He's got a bit of a John Hare there, yeah.
Oh, yes, everyone's got a thing now. Everyone doing their hair like my twatty hair. It's not like I'm really proud of it.
And now you're a Tribe for Tarvar. Next one. Oh, this is a really good one from Aidan Lindian.
It's a
Yes.
giraffe, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
the
it.
cloud blown giraffe tree.
See, even giraffes can get hold of E6. You know, it's going to stop kids
That's
getting
the
over.
problem. Vending machines, giraffes can use them.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can. I've seen
Vending
that.
machines in the sky, really tall vending machines. You know what it is? And also, I remember this from an old ID Long Show, that giraffes are you can't have giraffes on the ID Long
No,
Show.
no giraffe.
No, there was a thing there for a while.
Jeez.
It
Yeah.
wasn't, that was the thing. Yeah.
Giraffe gate.
Remember that? Okay, next. Oh, right, we've got three more. Let's with. Oh no, two more. Adam Metty. We're back to Adam Metty.
It's
It looks like a massive drip tip. I'm with
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
I'm
so I thought
struggling
massive
there.
drip tip.
Massive drip. This is the one I thought was the second one time round. And then we've got one more. It's a video. You remember? We've got one more video.
Oh right, hold tight then.
I haven't got this, so I can't say.
Okay, so what we want here?
Oh, I know what it is. The bike.
It's
let's-
Craig being mean to me.
Let's try this.
Is it? I thought it was
Yeah.
Dean.
Oh, you ready?
Is it working? I hope it works. It's such a. No, I think it is. He's got a beard and he's got spectacles. It's a Chris Bishop.
Yeah. Who's the guy who's from up your way who rides a bike? He's a hairdresser, James.
Oh, McDonald.
McDonald. Somebody said, "Is it McDonald?" And I said, "No, he's nowhere near fat enough." Because McDonald weighs about 4 times that. That was what I thought.
It was Bishy that put that up.
Anyway, and on that note, that was this week's things that remind you of vaping, but that aren't really vaping at all.
To be fair, we had a week off. So
It was epic, wasn't it? It was epic. There was a lot. There was a lot there. A lot. But it was good. It was good. Some ups, some downs, some highs, some lows. All good though. All good.
Rick, have we got a mod showcase?
No,
No,
not this week. No troll either. But it's perfect timing because
Yeah, let's call it night, man.
it's time to end the show. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to tickle that like button.
Let me just say, if you haven't already decided whether or not you're going to Expo in Birmingham, then decide and go.
Just go.
So,
Just fucking
just
go.
go.
This might be the last one.
We'll see you there, and it'll be awesome. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
See you next Thursday.
ta-da!
Bye. Smash that like.